This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to introduce to you the incredible Moneymaker Roulette system by David. He says that he's making money day in and day out with this system, and we're going to test his system today up against the Progressive Recovery system by Ron. It still hasn't lost on the channel, and until it does, we're going to keep testing this one out. We're going to go with that first and then get to the Moneymaker Roulette system by David. This is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be betting on opposite color to start, which would be red for $10. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a win on 30 red. Okay, so you can see we're up $10. We're going to be on opposite color black now for 10. And this system is incredible because it basically makes it to where a large run of one color will not break your bankroll. And we're going to be on red now for 10. You can see now we're currently up $20. And again, this one still hasn't lost on the channel. And it's an incredible roulette system. And that's a 33 black. Okay, when you lose with this system, you don't increase the bet like other systems. So we stay at $10. But what we do is we see where we were before at 20. And we're trying to get to 30 because the goal of this system is that you're always trying to get one more unit. So all we have to worry about is $30. That's what we're trying to get to. And after you get a win, what you do is you see how far away from 30 you are, and you bet that amount. In this case, it's only $10. And here we go. We're trying to get that next unit of profit. And that's a 16 red. And we lost. So again, if you lose, you always go back to $10. And we're still trying to get to that same amount at $30. So we bet 10 on black. Again, if you lose, you always bet $10 until you win again. And then I'll show you what to do next. That's a 7 red. Okay, and we lost again, so we stay at $10. And this is the reason why this system does not take your bankroll if you get 10 or 15 in a row of one color, like most systems does. And I'll show you why as we go through here. We finally got a win, and when you get a win, you subtract where you're supposed to be, which is $30, and by 10, where we're at right now, that's a $20 difference. So we bet $20 for the next bet. But you only do that after you get wins after losses, and I'll explain that more as we go through. That's a 5 red, and that's a win. Fantastic. So now we're at our new goal of 30. Our next goal will always be one more unit, which will be $40. So all we have to do is bet 10 on black, and let's try to get that next $10 of profit. That's a 21 red. And that's a loss. So again, we're trying to get to 40 now. We were at 30. We're always looking for another unit. But when you lose, you always stay at $10 until you get a win. So we're not increasing the bets after these losses. And that's a 32 red. And the really cool thing with this is that even if we got 15 in a row, we wouldn't lose our bankroll, which we're going to talk about what our bankroll is here in a second. We wouldn't lose our bankroll because we're only betting $10 on each one of these losses. So you can see we could get 15 in a row losses and we could still come right back and be back ahead again in no time. And you can't say that about most systems, and that's at 4 black. When you do get a win after a bunch of losses or after any losses, you do that math again, and we're trying to get to 40 and we're up 10. That's a $30 difference. So that means the next bet is $30. But again, you don't do that after losses. You do it once the losses end and you get a win. And that's a 34 red. And you can see we achieved our next profit goal of $40. Now we're going to go for another $10, and we're always on opposite color. And we're going to try to get to $50. One unit at a time. And that's a 34 red. And that's a loss. And again, we're trying to get to 50. We're currently at 30. But after losses, you always bet 10. You do not increase the bet. So make sure you remember that. And that's a 6 black. And then whenever you get a win after losses, you do the math again. We need to get to 50. We're only 10 away. So we bet 10 on red. And here we go. And let's see what we get on this one. That's a 7 red, and we just achieved another unit of profit. Okay, great. So now we're at 50. Our next goal will be 60. So we'll put 10 on black and spin. All right, here we go. And we got the win. So that's a new profit goal, 1 unit at a time. Okay, so we're up 60 now. We're going to be on red for 10, opposite color, and let's see if we can get to 70. That'll be our new 1 unit profit goal. And I think we got it. That's a 30 red, and we did. So we're up 70. Our new goal will be 80. So let's go ahead and spin and see if we can get to 80 one unit at a time. And I think we did. That's a 4 black. Okay, so we'll go to red now, and we're up 80, so we're trying to get to 90. That'll be our next unit of profit. And here we go. All right, we did it. That's a 34 red. And when it gets choppy, you make a lot of money with this system, which means the back and forth between red and black. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, that's a 28 black. Another win. So it's getting real choppy, and that's helping us. We're up $100 now. So our next profit goal will be 110. It's always 1 unit, and here we go. All right, that's another win at 3 red. So the choppiness continues, and we'll ride this choppiness as long as we can. We're up 110, but the really cool thing is when you get a long streak, say you lose 10 in a row, you only lose $100, and this is a $2,000 bankroll system, so we will not be in any kind of jeopardy if we lose $100 with 10 straight losses. That's a cool thing because, and we're up 120 trying to get to 130. Most systems, if you lost 10 or 15 in a row, you would be toast. And not with this system. That's an 8 black, and that's a loss. So we want to see where we were. We were at 120 trying to get to 130. So all you have to remember is we're going to get to 130 once we get a win. But we're going to stay at 10 until we get that win. And we finally got it. So let's see what it takes to get to 130. And we're only 10 away, so we bet 10.
No more bet.
All right, it's a very conservative, intelligent roulette system by one of my subscribers, Ron. And that is a 4 black, another win. We'll go to red for 10. We're up $130 now, and here we go. This is the progressive recovery system. Excuse me, and that is a 1 red. So it's getting choppy again. That's good for us. We're up 140, trying to get to 150, and let's go ahead and spin. That's a 10 black. We won that one, so we'll go to red now. It's still choppy. That's great. We're trying to get from 150 to 160 for our next unit of profit now. All right, we got it. That's a 32 red, so nice and choppy. That like we like it. And but even when it's not choppy, it doesn't hurt us that bad. We're up 160, and let's go ahead and spin. Because when you're losing, you're only losing $10 per spin. You're not losing these enormous, bets like most systems when you lose. And we'll be on a red for 10 now. We're trying to get from 170 to 180 now, and here we go. And that's a loss. And when you hit green, it's just like another loss. So we stay at 10, and we'll still be on opposite color, which is red. And again, you're always at $10 after losses. So let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. We were trying to get to 180 before this, and remember that. That's always important, and that's a 12 red. So let's see what it takes to get to 180, and only 10. So we bet opposite color black for 10, and again, a very conservative, intelligent system, and that's a 2 black. Another win. I'd love for it to get choppy again. We're up 180. Again, the choppiness is the back and forth between red and black. And that's a 10 black. So let's see where we were. So we were up 180 trying to get to 190. So remember the number 190. And we'll be on opposite color for 10 until we get a win. And then once we do get a win, we'll try to get to 190. That's a 20 black. Another loss. But again, we could have 15 in a row losses here, and it would not lose our bankroll, not even close. So that's really cool. That's a 35 black, and I hope we do have a bunch of losses in a row here just so I can show you. And we're up 150 temporarily. We're going to be on red for 10 again. But even if we lost 10 or 15 of these in a row, that's nothing out of our $2,000 bankroll. And you can also play this with a $200 bankroll and dollar units. So don't think you have to play $10 units and a $2,000 bankroll. You can use $200 and $1 units. So we're trying to get to 190. We're up 160, so that's a $30 difference. So we're going to be at 30 on black. You might say, well, what happens if you lose one of these? And that's okay. You still keep the number 190 in your head. And we did lose, so this is what I want to show you. So we're still keeping the number 190 in our head. However, we're going to be on back to $10 until we get a win again. When you're losing, you're always betting $10. So the number 190 is still in our head, and that's okay. So we can lose a bunch more here, and we're going to be just fine. I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, we finally got a win, so now we do the math. We're trying to get to 190. We're up 130. So guess what the bet's going to be? It's going to be $60. Opposite color on red, and let's go ahead and spend. And if we get a win here on red, we'll be right back where we want to be. But we didn't, and we lost. So we can still keep that 190 number in our head, and we're going back to 10, because again, when you lose, you're always betting $10. And I'm glad it's testing us here, because it still hasn't lost on the channel, and we're going to see how it does today. But we're going to stay at $10 until we get a win, so that way we don't lose a bunch on color streaks. And that's a 7 red. Okay, there's a win. So let's do our math again. We're trying to get to 190. So 90 plus 30 is 120. So that's our bet. So we'll be 120. And even though we've had all these horrible losses, if we get a black here, we're going to be just fine back where we're at. And if not, we have plenty of bankroll. But we got the win. So if we had lost that one, we'd still keep the number 190 in our head, and we'd go back to $10 bets, and then we would try it on the next one. But now we're right back to 190, 1 unit at a time. Now we'll be on red for 10. And let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Again, you can also do this with dollar units and a $200 bankroll, and that's a loss. So remember, we were up 190 trying to get to 200. So 200 is that number in our head, and it's always $10 when you're losing. That's a 4 black. Remember, we're still thinking 200. That's all we have to think until we get a win. Otherwise, all we're doing is just losing $10 per loss, which doesn't hurt us much at all. And that's a 20 black. I lost again. And again, we could lose time after time after time and recover without losing the bankroll. That's a 3 red, and we're trying to get to 200. So we check our balance. We're at 170, so that means we need a $30 bet on black. And even though we had all those losses, if we get a win here, we're right back to our next unit of profit. And there it is. That's a 29 black. So we are at 200 now. We're trying to get to 210. We'll be on red for 10. And here we go. Okay. And that's a 19 red. Okay, and we're going to be on black for 10 now. That's a 13 black. Okay, we'll be on red for 10 now. And we're up to 20. And you might be saying to yourself, how come when you originally did this, it was American table and now it's European? 2 reasons. Number 1 is because today's system this is going up against is going to be on requested European. And before we talk anymore here, let's go ahead and see. We were at 220 trying to get to 230. So 230 is our number. Let's go ahead and spin. So this one's going up against it. So that's why they're both European today. But also it's good to see both versions for those of you that do play online and use European roulette. Now you guys can see both versions, and we're up 220 trying to get to 230 after that win. So we bet 10 on black. That's all it takes. And here we go. That's an 8 black. Okay, and we got the win there. We'll be on red for 10. And we're up to 30. And here we go. And that's a 5 red. And we'll be on black for 10 now. So if you want to see the American version, we've already done it a couple times on the channel previously this week. So you can check those out as well. And I'm going to have some links to those videos also if you want to see those. We'll be on at the end of the video, and we're up 250 trying to get to 260. And we're almost out of time with this one. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss. And we just ran out of time. So we made $240 profit with Ron's progressive recovery system. Again, it's still undefeated on the channel. Or hasn't lost his bankroll on the channel. And now it's time to get to the new roulette system of the day from one of my subscribers, David. This one looks amazing as well, and let's see how good it is. And let's go ahead and jump right into that and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the Moneymaker Roulette system by David. Let's go ahead and place the bets and show you how he's winning money in the casino. And let's go ahead and we're going to put a $20 bet on 1 to 18 to start. And then we're going to have a $5 bet on the 34 to 36th Street. And then we're also going to have a $6 bet on the 25-28 Double Street. And let's go ahead and do that. So 6 there on the Double Street, 5 on the street. And now we're going to have $1 on the 0. This is a $32 starting bet. There we go. And let's go ahead and spin. And I can't wait to share with you how he's been winning money with this one in the casino. And that's a 13 black. Okay, that's an $8 win. So you can see on that one we hit the 13. And we got the win with the 1 to 18 bet. Let's go ahead and spin again.
No more bets.
I'll show you what to do when we have losses. And that's a 6 black. That's a good one. When you hit 1 to 18 on this one, that's another $8 win. And we're up $16. So let's go ahead now and just rebet and spin.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. That's a 9 red. All right, another $8 win. We're currently up $24. So let's rebet and spin again here. We have real nice coverage with this system too. We'll go over that as we go through here, and that's a 30. And that's a $4 win. We'll take it. We're up $28. So you can see we have coverage on not only the 1 to 18, but the Double Street 25 to 30, and the 0 and the 34 to 36th Street. So a lot of numbers covered here. Obviously, the 19 through 24 is open there, and the 31 to 33. But really good coverage overall with this one. That's a 32 red. And just as I say that, we have a loss. So let's go ahead and double that bet. And you can see we lost 32 there. And we were at -4 total now. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and spin. This is a $64 total bet. And that's a 15 black. Okay, that's a $16 win. But we're not near session profit, so we're just going to rebet and spin.
No more bets.
All right, here we go. That's a 2 black. That's another good one. Okay, that's a $16 win. We're up 28, so we're just going to rebet and spin. One more win, and we'll be in session profit. We can reset back to $32, and we did it. That's a 6 black. Okay, so we're up $44 now. That's new session profit. We're going to go back to the original 32. Again, that's $20 on 1 to 18. That's $6 on the 25-30 Double Street, $5 on 34-36th Street. Again, $1 on 0. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. This is the Moneymaker by David. That's an 8 black, and that's a win. All right, so we're up $52 now. That's our new session profit level. And here we go again. And we have some jackpot numbers out there, which we haven't really talked about yet also. And that's a $4 win there. We're up 56. Let's rebet and spin. All right, here we go. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to go ahead and double the bet, but first we're going to look and see where we were at. We were up looks like about $56. So keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be exact, but it needs to be close. Let's go ahead and double the bet to 64 and spin. When it comes to resetting, as long as you're close to session profit, like most systems, you can go ahead and reset. That's a nice $16 win there. We're up 40. We'll just rebet and spin. And we're going to stay at this $64 bet level until we get near session profit. That's a 16 red. That's a $16 win also. So we're up 56. And one more win, and we'll be able to reset. That'll be a new profit for us. And that's a 15 black. We did it. So we're going to go back to the original 32 now. We're currently up $72. So let's go ahead and do that. And this does have really good coverage. There's not a lot out there that's uncovered, but I'm sure we'll have some of those losses. And but right now we're doing good. That's an $80 win.
No more
And
bet.
let's go ahead and spend. But really good coverage, so when you do increase the bet, you do have a good chance of hitting. And that's an 18 red. That's another win. $8 win. We're up $88. So let's just
No more
rebet
bet.
and spend. Here we go. Okay, that's a 0. That's one that we have $1 on there. You can see that's a $4 win, and we're up $92. So new session
No more
profit
bet.
as we go through. And I think the only one that we haven't hit so far is the 3436 Street. And that's a loss there, so we're going to go ahead and double the bet. But first we're going to see how much we were up. It looks like we were up $92, so keep that in mind.
No more
That's
bet.
was our session profit level. We need to get close to that before resetting. And that's a 28 black. Okay. All right, we're up 68. We're just going to rebet and
No more
spin
bet.
at this $68 level. And coming up, we'll be going over the bankroll needed for this one because that's really important to being able to recover when you do have some bad losses. We're up 84 now.
No more
That
bet.
was a good win there, and here we go. That's a 27 red. It's another $8 win. We'll take it. We're up 92.
No more bet.
All right, let's try to get one more win here and establish some new profit for us. That's a 12 red, and we did that, so we're going to go back to 32. So we're up $108 now. Let's go back to 32. And go ahead and
No
spin
more
here.
bet.
And we're going to be playing this for the full 15 minutes to make sure that you see the good and the bad and how to deal with losses. And you can see, just as I'm saying it right there, we lost one. So you can see we were just over $100 profit. And now we're going to double the bet to 64.
bet.
And we're going to stay there until we either have another loss or we get back near that profit. That's a 28 black. Okay, that's an $8 win. No, we're up 84.
No more
Let's
bet.
rebet and spin. You notice we're getting lots of wins because we have lots of coverage with this system. And that's a 24 black. But that's another loss. So now we're going to need to double that bet again. And you're going to see now for the first time that dropped us
No
back
more
to
bet.
$20 profit. But since we have good coverage, we have a really good chance of getting some more wins here. And that's a 34 red. That's a $112 win. And guess what? We're in new session profit. That's that jackpot I was telling you about with the original $5 on the street. So let's go ahead and go back to the original 32 now. And that was fun to hit there. And even if we didn't hit that, and remember we're at 132 profit now. And let's go over the bets again. $1 on 0, $20 on 1 to 18, $6 on 2530 Double Street, and $5 on 3436
No more
Street
bet.
for a $32 total bet. And here we go. That's an 18 red. That's a win. So we have new session profit at $140 now. And
No
let's go
more
ahead
bet.
and spend. And this is a $2,000 bankroll system. And that's a 10 black there. Another win. We'll take it. We're up 148 now. And
No more
David
bet.
says he's consistently winning with this one. And to test it out for yourself because he's doing fantastic with it. And that's a 4 black. And we're up $156
No
so
more
far. All right, here we go. That's a 7 red. That's another win. So you know if you get a low number, and we're up $164 now.
No more
You know
bet.
if you get a low number, it's going to turn out pretty good for you. And that's an 11 black. So it's good that we're seeing some low numbers now, and we're up $172. But even
No
if
more
you do
bet.
have some losses with some of those higher numbers that lose, you have a real good chance with this this amount of coverage to get some wins. And that's a $4 win there. We're up $176. And
No
let's go
more
ahead
bet.
and spin again. That one on the Double Street is similar to the 0 because it has $1 on the 0 and $6 on 6 numbers. So that's why it pays, that's why it pays $4. So we're up 144 now. We lost there. So we need to get somewhere around $170 profit to reset.
No more bets.
We're going to go double the bet now, and from 32 to 64, and that's a 27 red. That's an $8 win, and we're up $152 now. Again, we're still at this $64 bet level, and this is a $2,000 bankroll system. It tried to hit the zero there. That would have been nice, but instead we had a total loss there, and boy, that was really close to being great, but it didn't turn out that great. So we're up 88 after that loss now, and we're still trying to get around that 170 profit level, and that's a win there on 6 black. And again, since the coverage is really good, we have a good chance of getting back there, and we're going to go ahead and spin again here. And it is a really good coverage on the board, and that's another win on 8 black. Okay, and we're up 152. Let's rebet and spin. See if we can get a little bit closer to that session profit level. And the higher the bets get, the more I would advise you to, because you can see we had a total loss there again. The higher the bets get, the more I would advise you with the system like this is to reset, even if you're within $20 or $30 of the profit, because the risk gets greater when the bets go up. So that's a $64 win. We're up 88. So if you wanted to, you could even take a big loss and start back at, instead of 170, at 88. But that's a good one there on 35 black. That's a $224 win. And again, that's your jackpot. Now we're at $312 of profit. So that is awesome. Let's go back to the original 32 and go over the bets again. Okay, actually, let's just put them back out again, and we'll put $1 on 0. And again, we're going to have $6 on the double street, $5 on the street, and $18 on 1 to 18, and let me see. I'm sorry, $20. What am I saying? $32 total bet again. 20 on 1 to 18, 6 on the double street, 5 on the street, and $1 on 0. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. Okay, that's a 10 black. Anytime you get a low number, you know you won. That's an $8 win. We're up $320 now. So let's spin again. And here we go. Okay, that's a 29 black. Okay, that's a $4 win. We're up $324. And I will tell you that David says a lot of times he walks when he's up 100. So we're already up over 300. So I wanted to pass that on to you, that one way that he keeps from losing his bankroll, as well as having a good one of 2,000 and having good coverage, is that he walks usually after he's up 100. But we're playing for the full 15 minutes like we always do, so that you can see the good and the bad of every system and how to deal with bad spins or good spins. And but just know that a lot of times he walks with 100, but we're already up 340. Now, he did say that you can make a lot more, and that's what you're seeing right now. But just like a lot of other really smart people on the channel, a lot of times when he gets up, he declares victory over the casino and makes sure that he is the winner that day. And we're up $348. And I would advise you guys to do the same. If you can leave with money that you didn't bring, and know that you're a winner that day, go ahead and declare victory. And that is a $352 win. Let's go ahead and spin again. And that's one of the things Sonny says on the channel is get in and get out, and not a bad way to play. And there's another one of those jackpot wins on 34 to 36. We're up $380, and you can see with that $5 on the street, it paid $28 even with the small starting bet. So here we go again, and let's see what we get. And again, really good coverage with this system. That is a 13 black, and that's another win. We're up $388. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And obviously you can play this on American as well. You just would need to put you wouldn't do it as well with the 0, because you'd be split between a 0 double 0. But David plays European. That's why we're using this one today. And you can see we were up around 380, so we're going to double the bet, spin, and let's see where this takes us. Here we go. That's a 15 black, and if you're in the 1 to 18 range, it's going to be good. We're up 372, and let's go ahead and spin again here. Oh, we got the 0. Okay. Okay, it's an $8 win, and that's right at session profit. So we go back to the original $32 bet. And again, it's smart also to, let's see here. Let me make sure. Let's put the bets back out again so you guys can see this. So 1, and then we have 6, and then I'm sorry, the 5 goes on the street, 34, 36, and then $20 bet on 1 to 18. That's our $32 bet. And again, we're up $380. This will be our final spin. We're right at the 15-minute mark. That's a 22 black. We lost our last spin, but we're out of time. So we made $348 profit with David's incredible roulette system here. And he calls this the Moneymaker, and has been doing really, really well with it. And I hope you guys weigh in on this one and let me know what you guys think. As always, I'm sure you will. And remember to send your roulette systems into roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And also, if you're enjoying the content every single day at 7 a.m., searching for the best roulette system possible, please like, share, and subscribe with your friends. And let's keep growing this great community. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.